How the fuck did you get involved in this shit? Your place is in a whole different district. Oi! What the hell did these punks do to you? Why are you... crying? You're hurt. These fuckers hurt you, didn't they? Get behind me. Now. Oh, and don't look. It can get gruesome at night. Howitzer! You can look now, you know. So obedient. That's rare for you. You must be pretty scared then. You could have ended up hurt. Or even worse. Dead. I'll stop talking about it. Don't worry. Yeah, there is a lot of ash and dust. Byproduct of being a hero. Where did they go? I stopped them from hurting you. Who cares where they went? Sure. I guess I'm supposed to subdue them. Bring them to jail, all that stuff. But, nah. They won't be bothering anyone ever again. So I think letting them get off with some rough treatment from my end is enough. Barely, but enough. I thought you told me you didn't want me to talk about what just happened here. Then again, I don't think you even know what you actually want right now. Look at you, all shaken up. You're in no condition to head home by yourself. It's a long way from here, right? You live alone, don't you? No roommate yet? Yeah. That's what I thought. Oh, did you ever get that dog you wanted? A shame. And no real reason I'm asking. Actually, yeah, there's a reason I asked. You really just tried to convince me to let you go home with no escort when anything could happen to you on the way there. And it's not like there's anyone there to make sure you're secure once you're inside. Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah, sure. All this talk about me being a bad hero for not dragging those losers to a cell, and yet here you are, expecting me to not care about you getting home safely. Shut up. Don't even think about finishing that sentence. You are way more important than the whole lot of them combined. Who the hell hurt you to make you think so lowly of yourself? I'll fucking end their pathetic ass existence. Bull. But fine. I'll drop the topic. Get over here. What does it look like I'm doing? I'm giving you a hug before I take you home. Why? Because you need it. Now come on. There we go. There. See? Don't you feel so much better? You feel dizzy? That's strange. Just keep leaning on me then. I've got you now. That damn serum wasn't supposed to make you nauseated, Firecracker. I'll have to talk to that bastard about it. Can't do shit about it now, can we? Well, let's get you home then. I'm taking care of you from now on. Shh. All worked up. All that adrenaline is no good for you, Firecracker. Just, rest up a bit. Let me take care of you. Don't worry. I am here. Oh, there you are. You're awake. Your wounds are healing up nicely as well. Good. Good. Oh, no, no. Sweet cakes, you've got to quiet down. Take some deep breaths and listen. Shh, 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 shh. That's right, Firecracker. Just quiet down. So, little Spark, are you ready to listen? Good, good. Glad to know that serum didn't make your brain too foggy for too long. So, let's start with your rules, yeah? Rule 1. You don't leave this apartment. No one saw us come in. No one expects to see you coming out. Do you understand? Perfect. Rule 2. When you do leave this apartment, it's with me. Babe, I don't think you really get the situation. Those were no petty little villains. Those were ex-League members. And now you got your pretty little face on their radar. You're in danger. And your quirk doesn't exactly help you in a fight. So, no. If you aren't being guarded by me personally, you don't leave. I made sure you'll have everything you need here, too. I'll give you the tour after this little chat. Why am I calling you these fun little nicknames? Well, it's pretty common for a couple living together in a place for endearments to be used, right? Shh, 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 shh. What do you mean, love? Of course we're together now. That's how this works. Now, why the hell were you in a completely different district than where you work and live, sweetheart? That doesn't much seem like you. Huh? You were... You were on your way to a date, a meetup, with someone you met online? Do you really think that was smart? There's a lot of crazy, crazy people online. I'm not surprised whoever you thought you were meeting led you to a meetup spot in some random alley all the way across the city. You're lucky. No, it must have been fate that I was put on patrol in that district today. If you wanted to go out on dates, you should have texted or called instead of showing up to my job. And people call me rude. You seem to be really stressed out. How about this? I make you tea, you drink, and calm down, and then we can take that tour I mentioned. Or I could... Great. Tea for two, then. There we go. In the meantime, I can let you in on a couple more rules. Rule 3, a rule that should be very, very obvious given the whole situation. That, digital footprint of yours, I hope you aren't attached to it because it's getting cut off. Well, it would only seem suspicious if you suddenly disappeared off the internet. We aren't stupid, are we? That's right, we're not stupid. So, we're going to play around with it. No one ever notices those dating apps being deactivated and deleted, but your socials, well, they're going to start lining up with mine. Not too much now. Everything is going to need a balance. We'll figure it out. I even brainstormed some posts for you to upload while you had your little nap. We can workshop them later. Well, your accounts are public info. On top of that, we've been following each other since UA. Back then, it was common protocol. A social etiquette thing. A security measure, even. I never bothered to go in and prune any extras out, but there have always been a few I definitely keep my eye on. You. Why you? That's a strange question. Are you questioning my attraction to you? My judgment? Just curious. Thought so. Oh, and the last rule, Rule 4. It's more of an us rule than a you rule. I've been watching you, monitoring you, and the people you have around you. And I don't trust a single one of them. So, rule 4 is that I am in charge of protecting you, in whatever way necessary. Look at you being so smart. That's right, Firecracker. Just like I handled those villains. Ha! Tea is ready. Drink up. You need it. Those are the rules, for now. Follow them, and I don't see why we would need any more. Of course, I think we both know you won't do anything stupid. You're smart. Something all those other extras have never been. On second thought, about what I said earlier. Let's hold off on that tour. Looks like you're getting sleepy on me again. Don't worry. Take all the time you need to rest. Right here. In my arms. Where you belong. Oi, I'm home. And I brought something I think you'll like. Huh. You seem pretty focused. What are you watching? Anything fun? Whoa, that looks gross. You've been binge watching true crime documentaries. Yeah, little Spark. It sounds like you're curious. I know a good disturbing history themed show you might like to watch, once you're done with the true crime if you want. Who would have known someone with a healing based quirk would look into that stuff? Huh? Well, I can't be the only one between us to find it ironic. You really like this stuff, huh? Is this really your attempt at getting into my head, babe? Trying to figure out my psychology or some shit? No. Come on. I wouldn't be surprised if you were. You've always been almost as studious as me. I remember you were top of your class in UA often, just like I was top of mine for most of the time. It's a smart move if you're just genuinely interested. Well, maybe sometime soon I'll let you see something up close. But you know I can't do that yet. You aren't safe. There's still ex-League of Villain members out there that put you at risk. I'm not letting anything happen to you. Ever again. We actually have a giant sting operation in the planning stage. Maybe after the cell is taken out, you'll... You're really eager to interrupt me today, Firecracker. I can't tell if you're trying to annoy me or you're just really excited. Which is it? Excited? Good. Glad you're taking interest. But it's important you listen to everything. Everything I say. Do you understand? Good. Good. As I was saying, after the cell is taken out, you and I get to have more outings. So far, the cover story we wrote together has worked wonders. You should have taken up photography as a hobby. These social media posts have gone perfectly. Well, it's important. We don't want to slip up of any kind, do we? Exactly. If someone, say Deku, were to find out, well, he and I have been gaining so much progress and working together when absolutely necessary. I would hate to have to rid Japan of their number one hero. That's right, Firecracker. They don't know a thing about the situation. The real situation. Even after everything we dealt with in high school, everything we've continued to deal with, they all still want to take some faulty clean-cut route that doesn't exist. They think rehabilitation or prison will work on these bastards who have been put through the system a dozen times over and over to go right back to harming actual innocents. They're fucking delusional. All of them. My coworkers. Heroes. They would let you die in a heartbeat if it means some criminal bastard isn't killed before they can be shoved through a system that will never work for them. We are grown as adults, have been for years, and they want to hold on to some delusional hope from when we were teenagers. It's pathetic. It's beyond pathetic. It's gross. Yeah, I'm not going out of my way. At least, not yet. But when opportunities come up to get rid of these termites, these parasites that want nothing more to hurt you, well, I'm not gonna let that happen. They aren't going to touch you. I don't give a shit if I have pints of blood from each and every one of them on my hands, as long as it's not yours. Don't you ever fucking say that again. You are worth it. Yes, your life is fucking worth more than theirs, and don't you ever forget that. Do you understand me? Good. I think you're just about ready for that special little gift I got you. It's nothing big. Well, it's about as big as your chest, so it's not small. Anyway, it's in that bag back there. Go ahead and grab it. What do you think? I had some modifications, but ugh. A hug, huh? Before you hug like that, you might want to know what the modifications are. Take a closer look at the stomach. Yep, it's got a spy cam installed. And no, it's not going to get any naughty shots. It's an inconspicuous item that will let me know if anyone's too close to you or breaks in or something. You're a little piece of work, you know that? I guess you just can't help it, can you? I've got a live feed available to me on all my devices, with little notifications that pop up whenever it gets too close to anything. You want access to the feed too? Why? To know if... Well, I guess that was a stupid question. Of course you'd like to know if someone was coming to you. Alright, fine. I'll install the app on your phone and stuff, okay? Glad to know you're happy about that. That you've been happy about quite a bit lately. Not as angsty as you were the first week or so. Makes things easier. Well, sure it does. Good thing you've realized that. What we've got going on here is great. We were meant to do this. To be together. And we both know that. Yeah. Good thing that serum got through you fine too. Damn bastard had told me it wouldn't make you nauseated, so I made sure he paid up. I'm not sure if you actually want to know. If you want the details, that's exactly what you're gonna get. Well, I went to his place while you were taking that first long nap of yours and demanded that he tell me how to help you. I wanted to calm you down, maybe knock you out, but not make you dizzy. When the piece of shit told me that the only way to help was tea and rest, I stopped him with a swift punch in the head. While he was reeling and dizzy, I lined up my palm with his stomach and let it rip. He didn't die, he just got blown back through a wall. Then I tied his ass to a chair and made him some tea and gave it to him the second it was ready since, you know, he said only tea could heal nausea up like that. So, straight from the kettle down his throat went all that fresh, boiling hot tea. That's the best part. He didn't die. He didn't even lose consciousness. He was awake and alert for every single second of it. And He knew better than to make a sound any louder than a damn whisper. Oh, but he did whimper plenty. Even if he wanted to tell anyone anything, he won't be able to say anything ever again. But his hands still work, so he's still useful. That wasn't too fucking much. I gave him a hell of a break. Yeah, I think I'll let him off easy. I'm not letting anyone hurt you, whether he was a dumbass who did it unintentionally or otherwise. If I let him off easy, who's going to stop the fuckers who really want to hurt you from thinking they're entitled to touch you? Hell fucking no. Not happening. Every person who dares to hurt you is going to become a message for me, little Spark. A message that you are my firecracker, and unless they want to get what those ex-League members got in that alley, they better behave. That's right, Firework. Yeah, but enough on that prick. We'll never need anything from him again. But, in the case that we do, it's best to keep around his incompetent ass since he at least knows how to keep quiet. Yeah, why not? We can watch this true crime stuff together, little Spark. Just don't go getting any ideas without telling me first. Got it? I mean it. Now, tell me you won't. I'm not playing about this, Firecracker. Thank you. I can't get you out of trouble if I don't know you're in the middle of trouble. As for the plush, you don't have to hold on to it if you don't want to. Why don't you put him on that table over there, then we can start the TV back up. Someone looks comfy. Or are you just cold? Either way, I'm right here, and I'm not going anywhere. So soak in all the warmth you want. Huh? The hell? No fucking way. Nothing, babe. Just a pest problem that I have to handle. Let's get back to watching the show. I found something I think you'll find useful, Deku. You were looking for inspiration to actually go after these fucks, right? How about this for motivation? They took two of our own. Oh my gosh, Kachan. Don't you dare call me that in a moment like this, Deku. This is on you. This is on you. Dynamite, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get them involved like this, but we have a lead, right? Don't they have a tracker on their phone that you can... Are you telling me that you're offering them up as bait to grab these bastards? Consider your next words wisely, Deku. I never do that, Dynamite. I just want to show the silver lining. And you can monitor their vitals based on this screenshot you're showing me. Yes, I can. And their vitals are going to depend on what we do next. So, how do you intend to make sure I go to bed tonight with them next to me? Because if that's not going to be the case, then this place is going to be the first hero hideout that becomes a damn smokestack. Dynamite, please. We needed a solid lead before we could merit chasing after them. Did you have a solid lead or merit when you went off vigilante style in UA? Dynamite, that was different. I was doing it to save lives. Everyone's on either side. And look at where that put us all these years later. 2 captives, and one of them is my firecracker. I've told you before and I'll tell you again. These fuckers show no remorse killing us. And yet you act like the goddamn skittering rabbit you used to look like in that dumbass suit before One For All it got you to actually grow into your clothes, dodging and retreating unless it benefits you. Dynamite, we can't just... And who the hell decided that? Because right now, both as a hero and their boyfriend, I'm going to do whatever the hell it takes to get them back. And I'm starting now. We have to wait for a task force. Yes! No. I'm following this tracker right to them and you can meet me at the ashes of the scene. I'm getting both them and that icy hot bastard back. That's not his hero name, Dynamite. Do I look like I give a shit? This is a courtesy I'm providing you by being enough of an adult to tell you my plan to get them both back. But I'm going. You've got my tracker information. You can find me. Oh, and try to stop me. See if I won't break you like Shigaraki broke into me when I saved your ass back at UA. Bakugo, how much more blood do you need on your hands before you and everyone else finally get that log out of your ass? Open your eyes. This system, this policy, isn't working. Treating these fucks better? Bakugo, please. No, Deku. You don't get to play hero while treating the fucking villain better than the hostages and victims and survivors and, of course, casualties of the situations. And that's what's been going on as long as the League has been a fucking thing. What do you say to every mourning person holding or hovering over their dead loved one because you want the villain to have some rehabilitation therapy? Enough is enough, Deku. This crossed the line. You've crossed the last line. Look at the two of you. Pathetic. I have to give it to you. You've lasted even longer than that damn Todoroki-san did. A shame, really. Why? Well, I hate misplaced hype, of course. Glorifying idiotic children over forces of change for so long? Ha! Well, now you're all grown up. And fair game. Oh, no. None of us in this circuit were ever League members. But we all knew then, like we know now, that they were right. Now, we're going to make lovely little examples out of you both, and the pathetic so-called heroes that try to show up. Well. You two have earned yourself a whole task force, haven't you? You must be very special then. What is it? Are you banging one of them? What's with that look on your face, little damsel? Are you scared? You finally understand what you're dealing with? Good. What do you mean scared for me? Who's coming? The boogeyman? What a joke. You in there, Firework? You are? Good. Are you near the door? Hey! I'm the one you're talking to now, not my hostage. Is this guy treating you well, Firecracker? Really now? He beat you and Todoroki, huh? Distasteful. That means he's laid his filthy villain hands on you in one way or another then. Gross. And I'll kill them if you step 1 foot inside here without agreeing to our demands. Ha! You can't save both, and I'll be able to get away with one of them. So, you all better start taking notes. Oh no, it's just me. You expect me to believe that ridiculous lie? No one can get through. 51 League of Villains sympathizers, 12 female appearing, 30 male appearing, 9 unknown, nor do I care to know, and then there's you. There's many more in here. Many more than you could fend off. I already told you, idiot. It's only me. And I can tell that you've lied to me 3 times in this entire conversation. Lie 1. You said there's many of you. By now, anyone else would have piped up. You're alone in there with both hostages. Lie number 2. You said I can't save both. I can, and I will. Lie 3. My Firework and Todoroki would die if I take a step in this room. They won't die, but you did. Not necessarily the boogeyman, but boo. I told you not to let strangers into our apartment, Firecracker. Yes, that means people that claim to be property inspectors. Dumbass. I'm fine. They're the ones that paid for touching you with their lives. Yeah, Todoroki looks fucking dead, but he's just knocked out cold. What did they do? Shoot a quirk suppressor into his jugular or something? Shoulder. Well then, he's going to wake up fine, eventually. Did they give you one? Of course they didn't. They obviously researched you before capturing you. They put you with that weak pile of shitty hamburger meat in the corner there, because they know that you aren't a fighting kind of quirk. Yeah, this was textbook retaliation for us taking the main heads of these dumb fucks down during the Strong operation. It seems that we took down more people here. Oh yeah, it's still just me. And when did I lie? When I said these were ex-League members, baby cakes, this spineless brat obviously wasn't. But the ones that cornered you in that alley, they were. Not every sympathizer was able to join the originals at the same time and place. Most of these losers are copycats. Yeah, the actual task force is on their way. Probably only a minute or two. But I paved the way for them. No problem. Hold on to me, Firework. I'll carry you out. Icy Hot is a damn idiot. But he tried to help you, didn't he? Of course he did. That's why they knocked him out instead of you. He provoked them. Yeah. I'll send him an edible arrangement tomorrow. The cavalry is here. Might as well greet them. Dynamite! This place it's leveled! What did you... I saved them, Deku. Todoroki has been given a quirk suppressor, as of they, before I was able to arrive to the scene. Todoroki is also, obviously, knocked out. Matt Evac can get him into a district hospital where he can rest and heal up. I can handle this one. I don't think... Did I stutter? No, but maybe they should go to a hospital too. Do you want to go to a hospital, Firecracker? Would you like to go home, Firecracker? It's decided then. Home we go. And look at the time. My shift is way over, so I'm gonna do the heroic thing and call it a night. I'll be sure to submit all the reports and crap next shift. I'll take down notes when I have free time. Night, dumbass. Dynamite! Wait! I said good night. Rest up, Firecracker. You need to recover. I can't believe I was so slow. They fucking hurt you, god damn it! Yes, it is my fault. Of course I had nothing to do with the kidnapping, but I betrayed my own words, my own moral compass. Task Force be damned. Maybe had I just gone after you instead of telling the agency and fucking Deku, then maybe you... No. Maybe had I been faster, they wouldn't have been able to hurt you. Had I been home with you instead of out on patrol, I'd have fucking killed the one who took you. These sympathizers are weak idiots, but that doesn't mean they can't do damage. I know firsthand. Yeah, back in UA, when I was captured. The group's strongest was obviously Shigaraki, even at the base level, but they were all lethal if given the chance. Something they didn't let me forget. I stayed strong as long as I could, but they broke into me one way or another. Sure, I got out in the end and continued school as usual, but I changed. I grew up. I had knowledge that no one wanted to use for the greater good. And now, all these years later, these fucking lackeys thought to target you? Hurt you? They crossed the line. And I'm more than willing to cross lines. Which lines, Bakugo? Deku! You fucking bastard! Show your face! I'm sorry, but I couldn't watch you both leave and not say something to your face. You're a fucking stalker now? Who the hell do you think you are? Oh, are you a stalker, Bakugo? Say your next words very wisely, Midoriya. These past few weeks, a couple of months maybe, you two have changed. A lot. Together. A few months ago, you two could have passed each other in a mini-mart and not pay any mind. Now you're living together? Nearly perfectly in sync social media content, but just out of sync enough to not seem creepy. And you've never gone so out of your way to save a victim or hostage. Not enough to level a place. To even bring them to a hospital after? Those hospitals don't know them the way they know themselves and their needs, Midoriya. They have a healing quirk. They know what's wrong and how to fix it. That doesn't discount that. I warned you, Midoriya, to keep your brown nose out of asses. This relationship, it doesn't concern you. Are you seriously so fucking jealous that we managed to get with one another that you... The night before you two started dating, you went into work, like normal, and ended up in a district all the way across town. Within the next week, you two were moved in together, to your place, Bakugo. And how do you know anything about my location? Did you microchip my ass or something? No. But still, unless you snuck away on a date night while on the clock, there was no reason to go somewhere so out of bounds. I wanted to make sure you wouldn't get written up, so You decided to keep tabs on me, just like you journaled about everyone else as a crybaby kid, huh? I have reasons to believe that you two aren't in a fully agreed upon situation. Excuse me? I think you took them. Say that again, you sick fuck. Say that I had them in our home against their will. And look me in the eyes as you say it through your bloody teeth. Bakugo! I don't want to use my quirk on you of all people, but... Oh no, you mean to. You want to fight? I'm right here for it. You don't get to be anywhere near my firecracker with a mind so twisted. No, Bakugo, you're the one who needs help, and you need to let them go. Oh, you think you're so insightful, huh? Well, if I have to prove the love I have for them, then so be it. I'll make sure you're all the colors of the one who gave you One for All. A drained white corpse, covered in blue bruises, by my hands, laying in a pool of red, stinking blood. You've lost your mind, Bakugo. Stop this, now! What are you doing? You're free now. Help me fight. You've both gone ahead. Firework? What the hell? Yeah, that's right. He did get us completely wrong. Yeah, he is a nosy pest. I suppose, yes. He's physically touched me and has been a main source of bullshit over the years. Yes, I do love you. I always will. Yeah, I guess he knows not to bother us anymore. He's down for now. Sure, yeah. Let's go home. Oh, and firecracker. You look really, really good in red. Now let's go home before any more pests decide to crawl out after us and ruin our little date night.
Greetings, Musutaku. I am Hiroshi Nakamura, reporting live from our studio. Up first, we bring you a somber update on our beloved hero, Deku, who has recently been placed into a medically induced coma to aid in his recovery after the recent incident when he was stabbed by an unknown
So,
during
a
the
medically
Hero
induced
community.
coma.
The news
So
is
much for Japan's #1 hero.
hero community and fans alike, as we await further updates on his
Yeah,
Let us
looks
begin
like I'm the
with
#2 hero now.
the swift return
Shoto
of
takes
the Lucky
Deku's
Hero.
place and we continue business as
We have
usual.
an electrifying update from the ever-evolving world of quirks. A story of
Well,
rising
we
stars
both know
and
Shoto is rather
content creators
dense.
bizarre.
You could be standing directly in front of him with that knife you used on Deku, and he wouldn't think anything of it. But that broccoli-haired idiot always tried to be one step ahead, so we can't get lazy with this. Understand?
Energy into the hero community and pushing the boundaries of hero content.
Good. Now then, we've got that out of the way. So the next question is, why did you not tell me who you truly were underneath that whole innocent act? You didn't know when a good time to bring it up would be. Now, darling, don't revert back to playing dumb with me. Do you know how much more work we could have completed by now? We could have done so much more already if you'd show me how ready you've been to share the workload. No, but I do have an idea. You see, Firework, it's pretty well established now that you and I are an item, and, if that's the case, then that also means that certain actions won't be suspicious. Certain actions will even be expected. A certain level of proximity, closeness will be expected. And, while using their ideas of what being a couple is, we can cause a pretty big commotion without ever being suspected. And by the time that Deku wakes up, if he does at all, we'll have done what we need to do, and I can call in a well-earned early retirement, and we'll spend the rest of our days in some secluded luxury private island where no one will ask questions. Don't worry how I have that kind of pull. Don't act like you don't have quite a few pulls too. Your little crime of passion made me look a bit closer into what you've been up to. Now, I knew just about everything about your physical life, but I'll admit, I didn't have access to one very, very important detail. Your browser history. Oh, no. Don't worry. I saw that history too, and it was nothing too shocking. I dare say it was barely interesting, but some things did pique my interest. We can try those out later if you're so inclined, but I'm talking about the other dark side of you. You've been quite busy, haven't you, my little firecracker? You know, you don't really have to be all that well versed in human anatomy and biological functions and such when your healing quirk covers the whole body and its injuries indiscriminately. But your search history, you knew exactly what you were doing when you stabbed into Deku, didn't you? That's a pretty morbid hobby, baby cakes. But it's a fine idea to get into charcuterie too. Gives you all the space to slice into things without anyone batting an eye. Huh. So that's why you like those kinds of snacks. You don't really have friends, do you, Firework? Well, yeah. I know everything about your social life in that aspect. I'm sure you've got quite the secret fan base online with what I've seen you up to on there. But that's how I know you really, really don't have anyone that knows about this, about the real you. No, I'm not opposed to it. As you can tell, I'm definitely encouraging it. Hell, I'm doing whatever I can to enable this part of you. I ordered in some groceries, and you can show me what you got later tonight when we're making dinner. But right now, we need to focus on our next moves. I'm acting serious because this is a serious discussion. You went to UA because you wanted to be a hero too, even if you only ranked in the support classes. Now what happened to you? Because this type of behavior has only been in your search history for a few years. It started after UA. So what happened? I think we both know you and I are a bit past certain things meant to be private, Firework. Huh, we're in the living room of our home. How much more privacy do you need? The bedroom closet? Like, the walk-in one? Huh, thank goodness. Both of our asses would not be able to fit into the small one. Alright then, fine. If you want to be stubborn, then I'll oblige your bratty-ass behavior. Just this once. Why do you think I'm holding out my hand? We're going to the closet. Come on. Alright, now that we're where you want us. Right, somewhere completely safe. What happened? Sure, I don't pay extreme paranoid levels of attention to details in this closet, but I think I know when you've turned a whole corner into a panic room. Yes, I know what a panic room is. Well, are you going to spill yet, or do you want some relaxing tea to open you up? Not like that. I know your mind is a mix of some scary shit, but no, I didn't mean it like that. Wait a second. Is that what happened? Someone else. No, I need you to talk to me, damn it. Who did what to you and fucking when? The summer after graduation. Hey, I've got you. Come here. Shh. Do you even remember who it was? Damn it. I didn't expect you to with the type of shit he slipped you. For all we know, the person has a shape-shifting quirk, and we wouldn't even know where to start. No, I'm thinking, Firework. It's going to be my life's damn mission to find the bastard and kill. No, I'm going to find them, destroy them, but leave them just alive enough for you to be the one that makes their rotted soul drain from their eyes. You've more than earned that. Yeah, I can tell you want that too. Just take deep breaths for me, okay? I want you to let it all out. I want you to try to tell me anything you remember from that night. Why am I so good at this? Well, I was at the mercy of the League of Villains for a moment. Not to mention everything I had to deal with during and after UA. I got my own panic place. It's just not here. Am I scared someone will find it? Well, there's a risk in having any kind of attachment to just about anywhere. There's slightly less risk here, but I'm sure you know just as well as I do the absolute hell that can start showing up at any moment. Where's mine? It's nothing impressive. I wouldn't even call it cozy. It's a metro ride, actually, or a very brisk 15-minute sprint. Well, I try to turn those kinds of emotions into motivation. Remember, sweat is a part of my quirk. It makes me more powerful to be jittery. But it also makes me more explosive. Exactly. And that's why I'm not exactly a fan of getting too worked up where I live. It's better for everyone involved. Plus, a solid sprint helps me clear my head. So sometimes I don't even make it to the hideout before I'm calm and ready to go back to whatever I was up to. But this crossed one hell of a line. And I'm not going to let it go. If the bastard is still alive, they're the #1 person on our list. Baby, Firework, I love you. We're meant to be together. That means that this person that hurt you is going to face hell for a long-ass time before they actually get there. Yeah, I'll get my hands on anything we can find on them and figure it out. I also need your skills to figure it out too. You really are getting the hang of reading my mind, huh? Are you sure healing's your only quirk? I'm starting to think there's no way you just have one. I'm joking, Firework. I know it doesn't take a quirk for you of all people to be able to read me like a book, and I know that you want this kept between us. But I think one of our friends, one of my co-workers, could be a very good ally, and he'd understand just enough to let us do whatever it is that we're going to do, but I need you to trust me, okay? Alright, baby. Thank you. I promise I will never let you down. This is to protect you, after all. The person I'm thinking of has proven himself useful to protect you in the past, and many others during his career. He may suck socially, but hey, so do I. Who's the person in question? Are you sure you want to know before I even ask him to open up this under-the-table investigation? If you really want to know, I'm going to be paying our dear newest #1 hero a visit. Yeah, that's right. Did I stutter, Firecracker? I mean what I said. We're going to do this with Shoto Todoroki. You know, he's a whole lot like his family than you'd think. Oh, I mean it. He's a Todoroki through and through, and he's going to help us take down whoever hurt you. Why do I think he'll help us with our situation? You don't think it's obvious? He loves you too. You look nervous. Why? Well, yeah, this part is a bit risky. We're about to confront Japan's newest #1 hero about his not-so-secret crush on you, and extort it to suit our needs. Why should I feel pity for him? He's wanted you while knowing that you're mine. He should feel lucky that he's useful, or else there would be an impending accident coming his way. But right now, my hatred for all these entitled good little boys playing dress-up as grown men can take a hike, until we find the bastard who abducted you. Well, on the off chance that whoever did it is already 6 feet under, then we go ahead and destroy any last remnant of their existence. Their graveside, their corpse, their last address, their belonging in each and every place they may have ended up. So, let's hope that they're still alive so it can be a far tidier job than what I'm already prepared to do. After the mission, I will let you decide what will be done with Icy Hot, so long as he doesn't attempt to cross any boundaries. Yes, the line is naturally very, very thin, and how he reacts to this will tell us everything we need to know about how we should deal with him in the future. Right, baby cakes? That's the Firecracker I know. Less worrying, more thinking about how we're going to tear these freaks that think about you to shreds. We're here. After you. Bakugo, I see you're keeping them completely involved in every step of bringing their abductor to justice. Yeah, and what of it? Oh, nothing. I'm actually glad they know what's going on. Oh, and I saved you the trouble of wasting resources. It isn't Mineta. I know it's not that piece of perverted shit. There's a reason he's an extremely local hero in the district. What is he? Number 267 on the hero charts? Yes, it appears you and I did very similar research on our classmates then. Even if my firework wasn't in our class specifically, they attended our school. So yes, I started looking to our own classmates. Please, don't be alarmed. I already know about Deku's incident after we were saved. We all knew him to be emotional, but I did not expect the mental breakdown he had, confronting Bakugo and you like that. None of us blame Bakugo for getting skittery and blasting him. Yes, baby cakes, that's exactly what happened. Anyway, we canceled out Mineta, Deku is in a coma. We know it's a guy because they told me that much. That is a major help. So, what could you tell us about who took you? At the time it happened, what do you remember? I see. So, a masculine voice, and you can't remember what they looked like because they didn't look human, but not in a heteromorph way, like a monster. I absolutely believe you, but this would severely limit who we can look at for suspects. This is, of course, using the theory that whoever abducted you was one of our classmates, someone we knew. Yes, that would suggest to me that the most likely culprit would have to use their quirk to seem more intimidating. Well, out of our options, who the hell could it be? I'm not sure how you would react to the theory, Bakugo. The suspect is someone you consider a friend. Anyone that would dare to harm my firework is not my friend, Asiat. I don't give a damn how long I may have known them. If they hurt my love, I'll make them wish they never crossed paths with me. In fact, I'd make what's coming to them all the more painful because they dared to hurt my love, knowing damn well how much I cared for them already. No, I won't calm down. Todoroki, who the hell is the suspect? Well, you remember another detail. What else do you remember then? The color red. Red could be very vague, Firecracker. What if the red was just their blood, or your blood? Or they happened to be wearing red that day? We could access CCTV footage of that area of the city where you were abducted, but it might not do much to help. Yeah, babe. It's a start. If I may interrupt your train of thought, Bakugo. Yeah, you may. Red would suggest Kirishima. What did you just say? I don't mean to insinuate anything yet. I'm just making a connection. No! Bakugo! What the hell has gotten into you? You better hope for your sake that Kirishima is somehow involved. Because if he isn't, and you just accused him of being involved, I'll end you. No, Firework. We're going to stage something to test that red idiot's story. Then when he comes out as innocent, like I know he will, you and I get to finish our talk about Todoroki. Bakugo, wait. What? You have last words you want to say? You're acting unhinged, Bakugo. More than usual. I know you want to protect them and bring to justice... Justice? Todoroki. Of all the people to bring up justice in a conversation, it's hilarious that it's you. Oh no. No. I'm not talking about justice in your pathetic sense of the word. I'm talking about murder. Don't interrupt me. Wait, you know? Know what? I just know that you blew a hole in the wall. Every breath you take, you get closer and closer to them. You have only addressed them by endearments, not their name. And your sense of justice for whoever abducted them several years ago is death, and not death row or the death penalty. You want whoever did this wiped off the face of the earth. And I agree with you. However, you need to be careful. Careful, huh? Yes, careful. The top 2 heroes in Japan are currently forming an under-the-table operation to possibly expose and execute another hero. One that ranks in the top 10. You may not care about what anyone may say after it's done, but until then, you need to keep a level head. I could rip you apart, Todoroki. I am sure you will eventually, when my adoration of your partner here becomes a liability in your eyes. If you take a step towards them that I don't approve of, the Todoroki family will be down another son. Do I make myself clear, Asiat? Crystal clear, Bakugo. How exactly do you intend on luring Kirishima into telling you whether or not he was involved? Why the hell should I tell you? In case he tries to escape, you'll need backup. Backup that will let the 2 of you enact your justice on him. I think I'll be tuning into what you're telling me to hide. If I let my unhinged side out, maybe, just maybe, he'll fall for it and tell me what I gotta hear. My firecracker will be waiting for him and I back home. If I come home alone, he isn't involved. If I come home with him, you know what happens next. That's right, Firework. I'll be on standby, wherever you need me.
Oh man, it's been forever since we've gotten to have a dude's night like this. I've gotta say, you're full of surprises organizing this, Bakugo. Yeah, I gotta say I was pretty surprised that you called us. And only a couple months into the new relationship? Troubles in paradise already? Something like that. You see, we kept the whole relationship bit under wraps for a few months longer than what the public knows, and now that it's out, there's a big giant mess at home, and I need a night to just not give a shit, you know? Whoa, I mean, we get it, but damn, Bakugo, talk about trouble in paradise. Have you talked to them about this? I think he has, and that's why he's here. Isn't that right, Bakugo? Yeah, you're right. We got in this big argument, and it's all gone to hell. It's like the harder I try, the more they're slipping away. And after that whole villain attack they and Todoroki got caught up in... Oh man, I remember that. That whole fiasco landed Deku in a coma, right? How the hell did that even happen with all that extra security and crap around Todoroki at all times? My baby cake says the idiots came as building inspectors or some crap. They pretended to be some repair guy or something, and the next thing they knew, they were tied up next to Icy Hot in an abandoned place in the middle of fuck else nowhere. That really sucks, man. See, the villains are so stupid. None of them have done anything like we all dealt with as teenagers. Like, why go through the trouble of pretending to be a landlord or something when they can just drop in, knock out their target, and go? No, Kirishima. It's all about the finesse. You gotta get all theatrical with it. In these weirdos' eyes, it makes it fun to play with their targets. That's the way you gotta keep things fresh with your partner, Bakugo. You've gotta do some, like, roleplay with them or something. And hey, you've both been kidnapped when you were younger, right? Everyone's more energetic as a teenager. Use that and totally go off with it. Whoa, hold up. Your partner was kidnapped as a teen too, Bakugo? I mean, I just heard rumors. I don't know anything for sure, Bakugo. Nah, don't worry, Kaminari, it's old news. Kirishima, you've had to have been living under a rock or something. The news was constantly mentioning it now with what happened with them and Shoto, drawing comparisons and all that stuff the news usually does. Hell, that's probably how you knew about it, Kaminari. What? No way. Man, I gotta pay more attention to the news, man. What were the outlets saying? Yeah, Kaminari, tell them about it. It was rough trying to console them once I brought them home. A real pain in the ass to not barge in those news stations without ripping them to pieces for airing out all the dirty laundry, you know? Especially when my firecracker didn't want to talk about it at all. Yeah, I remember them mentioning that the original culprit was carrying around some giant red boombox. A giant boombox? Who the heck has one of those? It should have been easy to get the guy. Yeah, except the footage of the dude showed him blasting music. Nothing shocking because it was summer break, but definitely too loud for anyone to hear themselves think. Honestly, I'm not surprised no one could hear your babe being knocked out or dragged away by the guy. And anyone who saw them probably thought they were just another annoying couple on the beach that was way too wasted. I mean, it's not like you two were a thing back then. That sounds awful. But I think most of us knew you had a crush on them, Bakugo. Even if you hadn't confessed to them or anything. Yeah, but they just weren't his yet. Yeah, sounds like an easy capture. Can you believe how my firework managed to escape, though? Yeah, they're a strong one for sure. Dragged herself out of the sicko's hideout and ran miles back to the main city. They looked like they had the wind knocked out of them more than a few times. Yeah, they're shy as hell about it when the two of us do it. Are you really sure you want to keep talking about it though, Bakugo? Why shouldn't he? I mean, I bet they look pretty hot with scars, even if they're shy about it. Right, Bakugo? Absolutely. Actually, this gave me an idea. But I'm gonna need your help to set it up, Kaminari. What can I say? I'm the go-to guy to sweep off babes off their feet. I don't mind helping to set up a surprise for your special person, Katsuki. Just promise me I'll get a few action shots. Don't push it, Kaminari. Okay. You're buzzed, but not that buzzed. I got it. Now that is what I call a solid guy's night. Kaminari and I are going back to my place to set up my firecracker surprise. You're not due to patrol tonight, are you, Kirishima? Definitely not. I'm headed home after this. You know, I'd never go out and patrol after drinks, Bakugo. Don't worry, I won't be coming by your place and peeking in anytime soon. Good idea. It's going to get intense tonight. Glad I'm going to help make this night special for you two. Let's get going. Let's get a move on. Couldn't have said it better myself. See ya, Kirishima. Yeah, see you guys next time. Do you, always keep the place this dark, Bakugo? I can tell your partner isn't here yet. Ah, yeah. I always forget to turn on the lights. Don't worry, I'll turn them on. I don't need your clumsy ass tripping all over the place. Oh, just one question, though. Yeah, what is it, bud? How did you have access to the news that was never shared? What do you... You see, Kaminari, that's my line. What do you mean? That should be my fucking line. You were an acquaintance for years. An extra, sure, but I was involved in the same social circle as you. I was involved enough that you knew my firecracker here was mine. Mine! And you attempted to abduct her? For what? Save your choking. Truth is, I don't care. Your reasoning is pathetic at best, even if you weren't choking on your own dirty, filthy blood. So I'm glad I won't be hearing it. You see, you made a mistake that day with your giant red boombox and your loud, obnoxious music and your electricity quirk. It's pathetic that someone as low as you would have such a monstrous quirk. By all means, baby cakes, say what you have to say to him. Icy Hot is off the hook for this one. Kirishima and Kaminari were pretty interchangeable with their antics, especially during the summertime. He simply forgot how freakish Kaminari here looks when he's using his quirk like an idiot. No, it was easy to get a confession out of him. I threw in some fake newscast bait and he boasted every little detail. I can catch you up on it later. But for now, have your way with your toy, baby. I'll sit back and watch the show. Is he dead yet? Good. Now I can do this then. Good fucking riddance. How did that feel, Firework? Because you have never looked more beautiful. I can tell you enjoyed that. You enjoyed the feeling of destroying that scum, huh? And there's so much more still to do. If you'll join me. Well then, if we'll truly be together for all of eternity, then we should take out anyone who may oppose that. Well, I certainly wouldn't want to rush your decision on Icy Hot, but decisions must be made. Hey, Bakugo! Kaminari! You two still awake? You forgot your jacket at the bar, Dinky. Don't worry about it, Firecracker. I've got this. Yeah, hey, Kirishima. Kaminari had to head out early. He had to pay a bill. You could try his place unless you want to come in. I'll be at the door in a minute. Kaminari's always forgetting stuff. Yeah, sure. I'll step in for a sec. Why not? Oh, your partner's living with you too, right? I'm not interrupting anything? Well, yeah. You're interrupting a little bit of something my partner and I were up to, but it's no big deal. Whoa, Bakugo, is that blood? Are you okay? Did a villain get in here or something? I can help you fight them off. Yes and no, Kirishima. Yes, I'm perfectly fine, but I invited the villain in here. You invited them? Why would you do that? Hi. You must be Bakugo's partner. I know we went to UA at the same time, but I don't think we met. You do look familiar, though. Have we met? You're shaking. Are you alright? Firework. You look... Hey. is that monster you mentioned in the room with us? I see. That would mean Kaminari and Kirishima ganged up on you. Kidnapped you. And you escaped within an inch of your life because they're both fucking dumbasses and they probably had no clue what to do with you once they had you. So, Firecracker, what would you like to do about it, now that we know this information? Well then, let's do it, baby cakes. We won't stop until anyone that would dare to get in the way of our love is slaughtered by our own hands. Guys? Is everything okay? Yeah, Kirishima, everything's fine. They're startled by the villain we stopped. Want to see for yourself? Yeah, sure, but holy shit! Is that Kaminari? Bakugo, what? Don't struggle, Eijiro. This is what happens when you hurt my firework. You really thought your dumb act would get over us? Maybe over me, but not over them. Don't worry. You'll get to give Dickie his filthy jacket back in hell. The paralyzing agent I shoved down his throat will make sure he can't resist the acidic compound you injected him with. Looks like we'll have to plan a little vacation. One body is enough of a pain in the ass to hide, let alone two. Not to mention I'm the last one people will know of that I saw them alive. Yeah, we'll have to let Todoroki know too. Damn it, I hate that he was right. But it doesn't matter now. They're both no longer your problem. Let's get a hold of Todoroki and let him know what's going on. We've got this pretty long night to get through before we skip town for a bit. Oh yeah, he's definitely dead now. You absolutely did an amazing job. If I'm honest, you did even better than I thought you would. My darling, my firecracker, our love is God, so let's get to work. And this twisted saga has concluded with Katsuki and you reigning supreme. I hope you weebs enjoyed the 5th and final episode of this Yandere AU audio roleplay featuring the one and only Katsuki Bakugo from My Hero Academia. Please visit my Patreon if you would like to hear some of the spicier content, link in the description and pinned comment below. Howlitzer, impact that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. It's 100% free and turns you into a certified weeb 7 days a week. Did you expect Kaminari to be the culprit? Do you think Katsuki and you will end up Japan's very own duo of destruction, or will someone eventually put an end to the rampage? I'd love to hear your thoughts and theories in the comments. Anyways, that's enough for me. My name is Bazaar, and I'll see you weebs in the next video. Cue the outro.
He's bizarre. He's bizarre. He's bizarre. Bazaar steps to his mic to make his little sounds. The weebs jump up and cheer, hit subscribe and stick around. ASMR most times with Minecraft on the side. Some modded games or Deku there to soothe you when you cry. Go ahead, close your eyes, kick back and put him on, and get even more bizarre through his Patreon. Need a friendly pal to get you through the night? Well, get headphones, take a listen, and maybe hit subscribe. He's bizarre. He's bizarre.